Hello, people. My name is Calibos. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. But yeah, Mahama media, Texas, you drew huh? Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send, it's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
I go Ghana for Coco about 10 years. Kakra. Masaba mo na so biemo ye business na na egu so bo digital business ye wo community mu a chese edom gum asedan kanyame na me kasa Ghana fo ye ndorso ni ade enne kofo tia se omura business ni mu me se ye business ye digital business ababi abeko bi abetumi arane agese me se woni internet no me se wo paycheck no wo de na so me na enso me ntina wo se me nya bibi ka ho na me ho hen ha me asedan kanyame 2 years ni enya age animu o eti ne ye bo from no missy business way. I fear so those of us in the diaspora need to be file tax no ye bro ye 1099 now the file tax. I fear the file ye brave be me the file ye do just a profession be our business teachers taxi drivers just a me who send your men doctors lawyers bankers obia the ohia no gadgets just say would be running business ye lay system na mount enti me say registration refundable eti brabehwe say bibi a obetumi aye pe bibi kan wo na wo gina wo na ba akopeso a ebegene wo so otumi gina wo na me no so do won sesi obo na wanka sa otumi manage wade business na be ye wa wo dia ma extra source of income me mo mu de aboa me ne mabusua enti no bra me say kakra nie momra me number na etwagu no ne yenkasa. God bless us all, amen.
Check now, check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. The beat is real, don't wait make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fa check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. Green select glucometer, fa check it, check it. Sugar level for check it, for check it. For check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Friday evening here on Sammy Flex TV, Showbiz Daily. Gentlemen are seated for us to wrap up the week. Some of the happenings, some of the highlights throughout the week. That is what we are about to do. Briefly, then we will surely get up to start our weekend. The week has been very, very stressful. Today, for instance, has not been easy. Meetings upon meetings, children falling sick at school, going to pick them. Charlie. But still, Gidigba, we day 4. The thing go and the man's not hot. Man's not hot, but we day live. Roland Amate is seated. In Team Dode Solomon is seated, as well as Kojo King is also seated. And we are about to wrap up the week in a grand style. Thanks for joining us Friday evening. Tap Tap Send is still for you. Yesterday, a gentleman was asking me whether he can send Tap Tap from Dubai. I'm not sure Dubai is having Tap Tap Send. I'm not sure. but you can verify from your own base since you are there. But any other country, especially in Europe, America, London, you guys have tap already, so use it to your advantage. Download the app on your phone, put in the promo details, Sammy Flex, and you add your bank details, and you are good. You can send money with no stress. Digital Rasta Currency is on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of our show. Now we'll be wrapping up some of the happenings in the week here on today's edition of Showbiz Daily, and one that I would want us to visit quickly is Nhyiraba Kojo. Remember when he came back from prison in Takoradi, we all heard the promise he put out that he would want to support some of the prisoners, and really and truly he's actually come forward and he's done something beautiful. He went to the Takoradi or Sekedi maximum prison, and he's freed about 12 prisoners, paid for their monies, and they are now out. They are now free, going to meet their families and all. And as I sit here, I'm asking myself that most of our celebrities, when they come out from troubles and they promise they will do this and that, most of them don't deliver. Most of them don't deliver. Nhyiraba Kojo has delivered, and I want us to get some reviews from our people, why it is hard for those who come out to deliver, and again, why some people are also able to do it. I don't know if director has some videos for us to see. If there are some videos, let's see them briefly when we come back and we can run it. Okay, so some videos are on your screens now. Some photos and videos are on your screen. He invited some media people. As a matter of fact, myself and Currency were supposed to go, but unfortunately, arrangement did not go well for us, so we could not go as we wanted to. Oh, he bought them Bibles as well. Oh my goodness. So it is what it is. Why is it hard for some people to deliver this? Social pressure. Why is it hard for some people to deliver this when they come out and they promise? I know some of them, but let's pay them. I know some of them very, very well. Let's pay them. Many of them. I remember one was involved in an accident on the Jolu Highway.
You said you want to spare them.
No, I'm not mentioning their names.
Okay.
Or it's enough to give them out there.
And 10 times to be here.
Okay, then. Let me leave it. Because some go to prison, they can give out challenge, nothing is happening.
Yeah.
I think Nhyiraba Kojo has done. But what is so difficult that they are not able to do it?
I think the situation, when it changes, then they will also change anyway. I think at the time that they will be in prison or they are in such situations, they think differently. But when they come out, they think differently. So you need you have to be disciplined to go through with it, because at the time that they were saying, it's not like it was a contract. No, it's a social contract, and when you decide not to even honor it, you don't get punished for it.
Okay.
Or well, you can shame them, as you wanted to mention names, but even that one, it will not do anything to them.
Okay. So this was when the guys were coming out of the prison. Yes. So gentlemen, Charlie, hey, it's not easy. 12 of them. I'm sure some people were some of them can't even believe they are out, like indeed they are out.
And some of them will also go back.
They will go back to the prison again?
Yeah.
Why do you think they'll go back?
The likelihood of those who come out and going back are high, especially when they are young. Because most of them, when they come back like this, they don't find anything meaningful to do, so they go back to what they were doing that took them to prison. Yes, and then that's the meaning of the big English that Nanaba used, recidivism. The word that we can't even mention. Yes, most of them are likely to go back to the activities that took them to the prisons, and then it will happen again, unless you give them special attention. Unless you monitor them for a while, like for a good number of at least
months,
a year or something, then at that point they may find something doing, so the urge to go back to their normal deeds will change. But
So here, when they took it, sorry, let me explain here. When they took them from the prison, they took them to the beach for spiritual bath or however they call it. Remember, Shatter them also did it.
Yeah.
But well, you know the
yeah, for sure.
Spiritual bath. Hey. So they are going to watch the prison out of them.
Yes. But
Okay.
they still end up playing there again. Yeah. So for this one, I think Nhyiraba, I will plead with him. I think he has done his best at this moment. But I will plead with him to monitor them for some time.
How?
Call them.
So, well, these are people from different places.
Yeah, for sure.
How is he going to monitor them?
If he has the
Because I'm not sure that is what that's what he's not going to take care of them. He is just taking them from prison.
From prison, yes.
But if he says, then it means you are giving him another.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
Hey, he came to shop for them too.
Yeah,
Yes.
took them to boutique straight.
Hey,
boutique.
Yeah, boutique.
wow.
Fresh.
So if he
Finish
is
took
going
them
to
to
do all
restaurants,
this,
bought
yeah.
food for them, everything.
Oh, wow. Hi.
Call the pastor to come and pray for them
He,
and give them the Bible.
he should be calling them or something like there should be a way to monitor them. Otherwise, it's like you are wasting your resources.
Then take them to the restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
If you don't do that, it's like it will your effort will go waste. Like if you don't monitor, especially the early stages.
Anypa.
There a party.
Slicky man.
Yeah. So me, I think he has done well. We have to, praise him for that. But I will ask for more Oliver Twist, and the more is that he should be calling them, doing like he should let them know that he is there for them some way. Sometimes when they hear your voice, they will stop whatever they are doing. It's like there will be the urge to go and do what took them to prison. But this time around, they will think that they are wise, they will be careful and all that. But when you call them, then they will remember that the last time I went,
They made a promise.
this is the guy, who took me out, so I have to be careful. So when you call them, when you have a regular talks with them, some will change, but the likelihood that some will go back is high, especially when they are young like this. They will come out, they won't find anything doing. Like even the family, how the family will receive them is another thing. The society that they are in is also another thing. The stigma will come in. It will be difficult to find job for them to do, and then before you realize, they will be doing whatever took them there. So I will urge him, if he has a way, he should monitor them, like get their contacts, call them from time to time, or get some people to call them on your behalf. Tell them Nhyiraba Kojo says I should call you or something. Like there should be a way to still connect with them. Otherwise, like let's bet and monitor them. You see that a lot of them will go back.
Well, Kojo, what do you also think about this? And again, how some people promise and they are not able to deliver.
Yeah, because they are not givers. You need to have a giving spirit before you can do that. Else you will say it with your mouth, either to please people or being caught in the moment. But for you to follow up, unless you have the giving spirit, and clearly Nhyiraba Kojo has it. So it is not difficult for him to do. It's not about having money in excess. You can have money in excess, but you will not give. You can't even give 1 cedi because it is not
Your
virtue. Yeah. So big ups to Nhyiraba Kojo for doing this. We've been doing it with Osebo. And at times when you go to the prisons and you see some of them.
Osebo has been free some of them.
Of course. We've gone there like 5 times.
To free people?
Yeah, in 7 prisons.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and some of them 6.6.
500.
Petty. Yeah, petty amounts.
500 Ghana cedis.
1,400. The person is going like 6 months, 1 year. You know, and so if
Ghana too.
It's a Ghana
Why?
too.
No, why are they overcrowding the prisons?
Yeah.
For 500 cedis? No, they have unnecessary
law.
back. No.
It's law. So if
No, I get back.
you see,
Charlie,
the thing is,
we should
they
advance
charge
you. We should advance.
You go to court, and the court will charge you, and nobody is there to pay. So that one you go, the judge cannot say, "I will pay for you," so that you don't go.
No, what I mean is, can we have another form of punishment
Punishment
beyond putting them for 500 cedis, putting someone in prison for 6 months? Some of them come back and like Chemo is saying, they are even hardened because 500 cedis per na got to no bit me will become 5,000, and I'm trying to move where say obey me haja. I better.
Almost all of them, when you go to the prisons and you talk to them, they are humble. When they share the prison experience with you.
Oh, but when they come back,
Oh
they
yeah,
forget.
it's different. That one, if you want to come, the prison is always there for you. Come, go and try it 10 times. One day will catch you. Come, that one day will come. But the point is, when you speak with them, they are humble. Nobody is okay there. They are not happy with the situation there. If you ask 100 of them, they will tell you it is not an experience that anybody will want to share. So it is a good thing to do. Yes, it is a problem when they come out like that, because some of them willingly go and steal so that they will go back.
Really?
Yeah.
Some people want to go to the prison.
We have cases like that.
They don't have they don't have life outside prisons. So when they come back, they do something just
to go back there.
Yes, so that they
because
will
now,
take them back.
Let's say you were staying in a room at your family house. Before you go, somebody is occupying that room. It has been rented out or something. So you don't even have a place to sleep. You don't have money to feed. So if you come out and all of that, how are you going to even start life? So before they realized, okay, when I was in prison, probably I would get some Zontori I'll have friends to chat with and all of that. At least I know I have somewhere to stay. So let me go back. Yes, we spoke with some of the officers, and they have cases like that. Yeah, so there are people who are also into that ministry. We met one man they have a school at Ada where they're training them. So when they come out, they take them there.
Yes.
So they go and learn
there should be a
trade.
support system like
You
that.
know, they go and learn trade. So they are separated from the people, and they so that they don't face all this stigma from society and all of that. So it's a challenge. But what can man do? What more can a man do? You just have to. He can't do that. It will be a huge burden on him. Nhyiraba Kojo alone can't do that. The best he can do is to give you your freedom. And they are 12. If 4 people goes back and the 8 are able to do something with their life, it is a success. So we can't think on what they will do. We have given you freedom. If you value freedom and you make good use of it, that is fine. If you want to go back and continue your old ways, that one is your will. Nobody can control you on that level, because we have other people who are homeless and they are surviving. They are on the streets. They sleep outside. They are surviving. So if you don't think you can go and sell ice water or whatever to make a living, and you want to go and steal, you can go back to the prison. Is always welcome to anybody. So you can go there. And there are cases where people didn't commit any crime by accident and all of that. They find themselves in the prison. One of the guys, the last time we went there, one of the guys, young guy, the way he was calling me, every day he would call me, boss, say, Master, the guy was always calling me.
He was calling you to do what?
Money. He was calling me, boss, I have no eating. I said, Master, please. We will be a mess.
Find your life,
but
yeah.
Don't, my man guess I say, in bed in be mommy. So you carry on, because what we have done is to give you your freedom. The rest of it, try as much as possible not to go back there, because you know what you suffered. So we buy them food and all of that. But I think Nhyiraba has taken it to a notch higher, because taking them to boutique, even going to the beach, the cleansing, salt nature, salt is for cleansing. and that sea, the salt in the sea, it is significant to clean away bad luck. So when you go to a place like that, there's bad luck over there, and there are evil spirits over there. So
the salt to clean them.
I will tell you more about salt later. Yeah, so it is good to go and
then they have to go to Dubai. Around Dubai, then they never come.
I will go Dubai, then salt them more.
So I think they did a good thing. Went to the
Dubai salt to the
boutique and all of that. This is enough for you to be happy that somebody has done something.
Okay. Well, Ro, quick one. We are saying thank you to our friend Nhyiraba.
For those who promise and can't do it, it takes a lot of energy for you to decide to help someone. Most of the times people take it lightly, but it takes a lot of energy for you to decide. There are so many people who would have and would never do it. There are so many people who wouldn't even look at anybody's face, but some people, no matter how small they have, would want to share. So for those who can't there, sometimes I don't also blame them. Sometimes the circumstances also makes them say certain things just not to also get themselves embarrassed, or in situations that they find themselves. Sometimes it is also difficult for them to withstand some of these pressure when they come. So they also tend to say certain things that will give them fans or give them favor or save face, which is what we see. But for Nhyiraba Kojo, I think he's done extremely well. Me, my own, one of my problems is, like you said, if there are other ways of correcting, because these are supposed to be correctional facilities. If there are other ways of correcting some of these people or even punishing them, rather than using some of these things, because as I said, I don't know if first it was, I think, 90 pesos, then it has moved to 150 pesos for each prisoner.
For their feeding.
Yes. So 120 pesos.
As in daily. Daily.
Yes.
That's the only amount of money spent on you.
Yes.
For breakfast, supper.
The other bed there, fire. The other bed there, no concern. But in most cases, when you calculate it by the number of times they are going to spend in prison, it is almost the same amount. An example is what Abeku Santana said about the guys that went to steal. You understand? So sometimes if you calculate the amount of money spent on these people, and you correspond to their charge or what they are being fined, which is sending them there, sometimes you would want to think that, okay, is there no better way? Don't we have other stuff, other punishments that we can give to these people who commit the misdemeanor and all then things? But all the same, it is still a growing country. We are still growing, and definitely we know it will get to a point all these laws will be amended and the right things will be done. Okay. That not being said, I will still big up Nhyiraba Kojo for what he's done, because yes, he's done a lot, but like Chemo was suggesting, maybe he will check up on them. That will be very difficult. That is what Kojo is suffering. Imagine. And me, I would also wish that at least we, as much as we have prisons, most of the churches or people who would want to contribute to these facilities would rather venture into other facilities, or how do you call it, spaces that will help these guys whenever they come out, to give them some source of purpose. Because sometimes the stigmatization there is one. The other one is also not finding any purpose for why they're out. You see, some of them, psychologically, they weren't prepared to come out now. But you come out and you hear, oh, the person is supposed to go out in 6 months' time. Psychologically, the person has prepared his mind for 6 months. But you come and next week, no, the person is going out. Now, even psychologically, the person is not prepared. But if there are institutions, like the way the Church of Pentecost went to build a prison facility, if they had built maybe a company, like maybe a sewing company for the government, and it is still connected to the prisons, whereby, periodically we see some of them, especially those who are like, when it's left with about few weeks for them to leave the prison.
Oh, those who have been
they take them around.
Today I saw some people dancing. Yeah, I saw some of them. They were,
so
they were actually out there reading and
yes, acclimatization. Yes, so that they can at least acclimatize with the society when they are coming back again. And I believe if there are institutions like that, or maybe a huge company who are into sewing, because in prison some of these guys are supposed to learn trade and all that. So if you guys send them there, at least they will be useful and they will find some purpose for their lives. And when they come back, we will have more staying than more going. Because at the end of the day, nobody would come and call Kojo say, you know, it is left with what I will chop. But if there's, let's say, a company that is maybe a mechanical shop that is recruiting some of these guys in the name of the prisons, still under yes, to reform them. And here, unlike other places where we have groups that how do they have a term for it? I think psychological groups or something, whereby when you are into such stuff, it is more or less like a group that you guys go and share your problems, and at least rehabilitation groups. Thank you. Rehabilitation groups, you guys go and share your story so that at least someone's own can console you and all those stuff. Here we don't have that in our space. So all these things, I think moving forward, most people who would want to venture into the prison helping can at least try and see if they can set up such institutions still in connection with the prison, so they can find certain purpose for people who wouldn't want to go back but will have something doing when they come out.
Well, so once again, big ups to Nhyiraba Kojo Sika for what he's done. I'm sure when he comes to Accra, he'll surely be passing through our office for us to extend this conversation. And what he intends to do for them, maybe when he comes, Chemo will seize an opportunity to tell him what he's telling him to help him so that he doesn't see these guys going back to... he doesn't see them going back to... Recidivism.
Recidivism.
Well, Amakye Dede Abrantie, aka Nana Iron Boy, is in the news. And he's in the news for reasons we all know. And what we know is that ever since information came out that he was coerced into announcing Kuami Eugene as the High Life King in Ghana, many people have been asking who directed him to do that. Finally, thanks to Abeku Santana's OKFM Ekwansu Jojo program, Amakye Dede, Nana Amakye Dede has confirmed who exactly mentioned that name to him. Now, we know the person to be a board member of the VGMAs. And yesterday, Nana Reagan was saying something that if really some of these things can be put on some people to come place them on us, then it means what can't they do? What decisions can't they do? Same thing, they can take any decision or do anything. After this name was mentioned, I'm asking my people that will this take some confidence away from the people who work on the VGMA's board? That is point one. And again, even musicians, will some of them lose some confidence in the whole scheme, that the scheme can just decide to crown some people even when they don't deserve it? Because even already there are some artists who think that some people are favorites of the scheme or some people in the industry, and therefore the scheme has a way of projecting them with their awards. Now, example is what we are still dealing with. Kuami Eugene pronounced as High Life King, and now Amakye Dede is telling us he was not ready to do that. He said that right after he made the announcement, he received a call from another veteran artist, Charles Amwa, Ghana's Michael Jackson. And he said, how dare you do this? Say, Charles, I was not ready to do it. Even the crown, I gave somebody to throw it away. Before I knew, no, they brought it to me again. Will this reduce confidence on the scheme? Episode has put out something. Roland, get ready to read what episode has put out. And we'll see how best we can have this conversation. Will this reduce confidence, trust on board members of the scheme? Let's listen to Abeku's announcement. Nana Amakye Dede's announcement on Abeku Santana's program. Watch it. I'll be back.
In Enkase, ono na ye the new. Why na the crown him Amakye Dede?
In fact, those details maybe I was 3 years ago into Minkai.
Okay, Kuami Eugene, ahenche enkase ono na ye the new. Why na the crown e ma Amakye Dede?
In fact, those details maybe
Kuami Eugene, ahenche enkase ono na ye the new. Why na the crown e ma Amakye Dede?
in fact, those details maybe I was 3 years ago into Minkai.
Okay, unkai.
What I can tell you is
Oh dear Robert, o se unkai a enye hwe. Nana Amakye Dede, ochiri dom me ma wa ha area nana.
Yes.
Nana mi chia wo.
Yeah.
Nana Gagai, Nana Ferragamo, Nana Range Rover, Nana. Ochiri dom area there yaba onasia na nya bibia ene asama okoka wo asase radio. Sir Kuami Eugene a wo share no high life ahenche no emfiri wadwene na I say ye ka kire wa no. Nana asemi ni kire mu ni say.
Me catch you straight say kiki na force me say. Me cry or the man no. Me the ma rubber man boy be am me nenam. Rubber man. I say on fan to ho. So on fan known to. Because it wasn't in my they forced me to do it. And I make both these it's a move kiki. Senyo no o can say me fa anu ko say.
Kiki Bansen ana.
Why should they do this thing to me? Now we said in predia we say abwaje kwa na say na me no na adwuma. So that's it. And if I adwuma ya aretina say we kika ka say mu sa. Ade.
Nana kwasi abwaje ka den.
Kwasi abwaje frame me. Or frame me say Chatter House one kika kan say mu bi na or pese or na me kasa. Eti me friend no no then his phone was off. My friend and I'm friend me na me catch him say I don't want to talk to them. They me no amount to me kasa. Me no amount kasa. Enti say me say kiki mo pa mo free kiki. Say enyo no na or de kan no ma me say me fe nkonkose Kuami Eugene.
Anunti na yebusa Chatter House for say mo na mo organize VGMA, mo na mo produce, mo na mo direct. Ochiri dom wo hin over 40 years in her life music, ne contribution. Sir obidi ade be ma no say one stage so one fan be share Kuami Eugene production mo ya rehearsal show prep no na eni nhihye mu no Robert adenti na mo ma ne ba sa.
boss.
Yeah.
At this point, my question to you is there really
listen to me.
Nana Pacho meet you.
Mon kiki.
Okay.
No or the man no me the man boy na me nenam. I said no, this thing I can't do it because me yes and say same way Emma said they change the encofa problem be man. So they are there. And a bass are not saying Charles Amwa SSF friend. Me say na and na me quiet adium. Oh, it is say who na who kwesi abade who me kasa na as they will put your phone off. For what purpose?
Nana, yeah, say any enchemu out there, man.
Well, so this is it. I'm still asking that big question that what is the impact of what we are discussing? The fact that Amakye Dede has come out to mention the person who really gave him the crown to go and put on Kuami Eugene's head as the High Life King at the time. Will artists be feeling disappointed? Will their confidence on the scheme go down? Will the board members lose some value because they were behind that to project one person over the others? Episode has said something. I'm sure you can read now. What did he say?
So he said, what will the discussion be? Is it that we will fight over who is doing authentic high life here in Ghana, who started high life? give it different name apart from Burger High Life. Yam Ponsa or what have you, will understand that High Life produced a decade ago will not be the same if produced today. Since the Grammy conversation started, now they have started claiming High Life. Such a disrespect to say he is the king of High Life, but our people will not talk. If you like, make a good talk same. You will see the insults and curses. All jokes aside, Charlie, there has to be a way out, not only to be called the owners of the sound, but to project it to the world and make it a direct representation of us as a people. Anyway, I'm the new king of High Life.
Kojo, will VGMA lose some credibility with what is happening?
Well, it depends on how they manage this whole situation. Because as it stands, yes, as much as this particular incident happened at their doorstep, times and seasons are like come to play here. It's also a matter of discussion here. At what time did this thing happen? Who initiated this? How did it happen? In what context? These are ways and means that would happen. Perhaps whoever was on the board, we know the people on the board are still part of the industry.
Yeah.
And we cannot say they don't have favorites in the industry. So if it was one person, like he's saying, Kiki Banson, that made him do that, definitely we can say, oh, maybe perhaps during the guy's performance or his set, Kiki was part of the people who was controlling it. And this has nothing to do with the scheme. These are some of the things that the scheme can say that will just take them off this situation. Because it wasn't as if the man gave Kuami Eugene an award. He just gave him a title. And that one, it is not even an official title. It is not even an honorary title. This is more or less can be translated as you liking a young guy and saying, oh, watch out for this guy. Or this guy is the new king on the block.
Well, I have a dispute though.
Which is?
Remember, there was an event where Kojo Kansale was supposed to perform.
Yeah.
And in the middle of his performance, he was going to say something about weed. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yes, and they played the
and whilst he was doing it, because the organizers did not think same with him on what he was going to say, they did the DJ Black was the guy. I still remember that.
So this is the difference.
I'm coming. So on VGMA stage, sometimes they don't even want people to come and make some statements on that platform, because to them, when you make some statements, it comes across like they are also behind it or endorsing it. So if really, like you are saying, it was someone who was doing it, did we see any action from the organizers disapproving it or distancing themselves from that act?
So see,
on the night and after,
they don't have to even come and comment, because what happened, that particular act has no significance on the award.
Oh, you are not getting me.
No, you see,
make reference to the example I gave.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. No, you see,
you can't say that have significance.
That will have a negative effect.
Of course, you see that the difference.
Okay, not negative. Let me tell you, that is significant.
Let me tell you the difference between these two acts. These two acts, the organizers were not in tune with what Kojo Kansale was about to say, because whatever he was about to say will have a negative impact on their event. But this act that Nana Amakye did with Kuami Eugene,
even that one I can disagree still, because according to Kojo Kansale,
on their platform.
No, according to Kojo Kansale, what he was even going to say was not going to have any negative impact.
That's to him. That was to him.
They did not realize. Of course. So that's what I'm saying. That so to them, if the attitude were not in favor of, they had so many ways to stop it.
And who said
exactly? That's all I want to say.
You see, that's what I'm saying. They were in favor of it, but the thing is that it has no negative impact on the award scheme. It has no bearing, Because let's just
now the impact is what we are discussing.
See, and where is the impact? Is it because after crowning Kuami Eugene the new High Life King, has the guy won High Life Artist of the Year back to back till now? Is that what we are saying? If that is the case, then maybe you guys would even have some form of how do you call it, evidence to back your claims or to back your allegations. But ever since Kuami Eugene was crowned, how many times has he even won that particular?
No. See, it's not about that. It's like now you are painting a picture that okay, so the scheme can collaborate to project some people over others.
That is your translation. That is your translation.
That's why then that is negative impact.
You see, that is your translation. That's why I'm saying it depends on how the scheme is going to manage.
No, I get it. If that's my translation, then it is negative. Because somebody say, so you know, Brahma Koshechri say if Akwabwa can have pains over this.
Akwabwa will have pains over it, and it will be an unnecessary pain. It will be an unnecessary pain.
So it is a negative impact on the part. If it happens, it is a negative impact on Akwabwa
which will not have any huge effect on the award scheme. That is what I'm saying. You can have your personal feeling and sentiment over the award, but the kind of impact, negative impact that hits award for people to disassociate themselves with it, this particular thing is nothing. Because elsewhere there are even people who have been on it. Beyonce is the most decorated artist in terms of Grammys. She's won about 31 or 32 of it, and still, so are you saying that Beyonce is the favorite of Grammys? People have so many things to hold on to that allegation or to buttress that particular allegation. As for that feeling there, everybody has it. It is everywhere. It is not only in Ghana. And it is not a feeling that can collapse VGMA. Okay. That's what I'm saying. So it is either they don't come and respond to it, or they will just use times and season. But me, my own is that my 2CD problem is that I don't know why people are fighting over who. Like the people have a problem with Amakye Dede crowning Kuami Eugene as the High Life King. And you see, I am even disappointed in them the more because when this guy came and was doing songs, he said he was inspired by High Life, isn't it? So most of his songs, before he even sings, he shouts High Life music. We have these same people in this industry that were insulting the boy, saying that what he is doing is not an authentic High Life. They were insulting him in this country. Now that the boy has stopped saying High Life music, he has stopped saying it and now calling himself an Afrobeat. You guys are now coming to ask why he's being crowned a High Life King. Like your friend said, it is Konongo Kaya attitude. You guys that you want to say that it is wrong for the guy even to be crowned High Life King. What is the significance on that thing on the genre? How does that even make the genre what it is? Is that a contributing factor to what makes the genre big? Is that a contributing factor? Okay. Or Kuami Eugene is the only person that when he's crowned High Life King, nobody can progress in the High Life genre again?
Okay.
Let's go and see. KC has just released Ajapiano, which is a combination of High Life and Amapiano. If they don't know, other countries are even doing High Life. This is not the time for you to come and fight over who has been crowned High Life King or fight over who is doing authentic High Life. It has nothing to do. It is bogus. If you can't even market your authentic High Life and you want to go and fight somebody who has been crowned king.
Kojo, you can continue from there. Whether you also think this will have an impact on the VJ. But what happened to Amakye and Kwesi Abuaje yesterday? Because I know Amakye and Kwesi Abuaje are supposed to be.
He's supposed to be his
I think they called on the show.
Who called on the show?
No, they tried to call him.
Okay.
For a dispute. Call Robert Clark. So we called. They were supposed to call him. I think they couldn't
reach him.
Like they reached out to him, but he wasn't.
He wasn't ready to talk. Well, and from this one, he said that at the time that he was calling Kwesi Abuaje, he was not minding him.
He said Kwesi switched off his phone.
Yes. But not, I think not yesterday.
Not yesterday. Maybe,
like it has happened.
Maybe when the thing happened. Okay.
Yes.
So why
so now calling me? So it's now that he is also saying.
Well, he came on this interview and he was already blasting Kwesi Abuaje.
So it's like he should have maybe call him earlier, those that they talk about the issue, but not on Thursday.
So he wouldn't respond to Kwesi Abuaje's call, but he would do to Abiyokusa.
Just to pay him back, kind of.
Oh, Kwesi Abuaje just what they said to that.
Me, I'm disappointed in Amakye for coming out this way, and after 4 years of these incidents, you come back and tell the world that you were forced. In fact,
he's mentioned it before.
Before, yeah.
This thing he said it before, yes.
This is actually
yes, he's mentioned it before. Just that this one has gone viral.
Okay.
He's mentioned it before, yes.
So I'm a bit disappointed in him for doing that, because the fact that people don't understand something that you did, if you explain to them and they still don't get it, forget them. No, but people should be careful with Ghanaians when Ghanaians are giving pressure. You have done something, they are calling, hey, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Don't let their pressure get to you. Explain to them. In fact, everything that he is talking about clearly shows that he was okay with introducing Kuami Eugene or saying good works to him, but the crown, he wasn't okay with the crown bit of it.
Yes.
So he said even when they gave him the crown, he said no, and he gave the crown to someone to, but he did the rest. But right in front of the act, in the middle of the act, they brought the crown. So it was like, if you do anything otherwise, you affect the show and all of that. So out of whatever sympathy, he did it. You have done it, and that is it. We do these things all the time. There are so many things that we do, we are not too okay, but it happened. The fact that it has happened, it has happened. And what you did is not wrong. You haven't committed any crime. So if other musicians are calling you that, why do you crown Kuami Eugene as a highlight? The explanation is, we have worked hard and the legacy needs to continue. And you don't expect to go and crown who? Kofi B or go and crown KK Fosu as a high life king now. Definitely it's the younger generation.
And that's at that time. He was
and the younger generation, we have to look at the one whose prospects is high. We all talk about numbers. This game is about numbers, and we see the one who is doing something that we in the near future can benefit everybody. And giving this to Kuami Eugene, it will motivate a lot of his kind to also have faith in the high life music. So Nana, tell your people this, that this is what we just did to promote the young ones and also project high life music, which by then people were not, it was not interesting to people.
Yes.
That has been the case till date.
Until VGMA.
So imagine Kuami Eugene having that zeal and moving out and about, priding himself as a high life artist. And he's not somebody who doesn't have numbers. He has the numbers. He has a label behind him. To push it. And he was rising. The rate at which he was rising was good.
Mm-hmm.
So what Nana did was right. Why then come back to tell her, look at how people are insulting Amakye? Go and see. Young boys disrespecting him left, right, and center.
But it ends on social media though.
Oh,
that's the only place.
But it's social media. Hey, by this they hear it. Your family.
It's a different world. It's a different world.
Your family
It's a different world.
They will come and show
your family they your family they send them. They send them. They call them. Now I don't know. You did what them. They call them. What for? For your mama. They did there. So why are you doing? And yes, so. Because coming out to say you were forced, look at somebody we are talking about. This is not.
But Kojo, this is someone speaking his truth.
Yeah, that's why.
Because do you know why I'm sure he feels he has to explain himself? Because after, according to some people were calling him.
Pressure. Says Sammy who you industry person, why you PP? Then your colleague presenters are calling. Why did you do this? Now. me explaining to no. Now Oba no America. Oh, I don't know. You forsake you. Look at how people look at you. Not like Sammy. A whole Sammy flesh. Say you're forsake no.
But in Nana Amakye's case, he wasn't in favor of it. That's why he wants to speak out.
So you have done it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you reject it?
Kojo, until someone asked him, did he mention it?
He said?
Until someone asked him a very critical question. Unless you want to watch that video again. The guy asked him that, so Nana Amakye, what did you see in Kuami Eugene before you crowned him? If he doesn't have an answer.
In the same video, in other video,
the one on the stage,
2019 he said, Kuami Eugene is one of the few guys he's been monitoring from afar, who is pushing the high level. He went to London to play certain shows, so he has seen him.
So he wanted it to end there. That is what I think about him. But give me a crown put on his head. Nana in his stature now as a king, he understands putting a crown on someone's head.
If you want to end there and you want to protect your integrity, tell them you are not crowning him.
At the moment that
No.
Sometimes circumstances can make.
So when you do it, and you come back and complain, you will look some way.
Kojo, do you know? Yesterday we did a review of that video. Do you know when he mentioned those things? He was leaving.
Yes.
And some girl crossed him.
And then he said, "This is serious."
Some girl crossed him with the.
He wanted to say something.
Yes, I understand. I said it earlier.
Some girl crossed him with the crown.
In the space of a moment, he may think, oh, if I do anything otherwise, it may affect the show. It may affect the show. But the point is, whatever happens. This is the crown. What if you pretended as if you've not seen it and you left?
No. You see, at this stage, he had seen the crown.
So what if you left?
He was passing. So what
if you left? What if you took the crown and you went to backstage? Would they beat you? Would they kill you?
No. At that time, he would think that if I do that, I've disrupted the show. He was filming the show. Yes, he was filming the show
for your integrity.
And you, Roland, for saying the event people did not even second this thing. No, even exposed that.
No, I'm not saying they did.
But they brought the girl.
No, I am not saying they did not second it. I am saying
yes,
they know. No, they know it and they accepted it. For this to be part of his act. For this to be part of his set. Yes, for this to be part of Kuami Eugene's set. It is not as if I'm saying they don't know or they don't agree. They do. Because this is Kuami Eugene's performance set. It's
funny. Anyway you look at it, it's funny. Whatever the circumstances, if you were forced and you agreed to it, you took it and you did it, why come back to tell us that you were forced? It doesn't look good on the image of Nana. That is what I'm talking about. He could have still took it and say and left. You can be. There are so many. Don't we avoid things in so many ways? Like you've gone to interview and they ask you certain questions. They won't force you. There are so many ways to run away. Once you said backstage that you are not doing it, then you are not a man of yourself. You are not a man of your words. It means we can just force you and put you into shame. What if that thing was going to be so harmful to your image? I told you guys I'm not doing it. So if I see you, I'll use this door and go. And that will also become another news. Then they will come back and tell them, as Nana as I am, the guys want to force me to do this. That would have been a good story. That hey, we saw some crown and we realized you passed somewhere. Yes, I told them I like the boy. I will make sure I will say whatever, but not to put a crown on him. That's why I went there. That would have been a good story. But to do it, we knowing that what has been done is a good thing. it will promote high life music. It will motivate the guy to also push the genre. And you now come back. And so what are they fighting for? They want to do that after Nana Amakye Dede, they are gone, high life should die. So now Nana Mpadu is no more. Look at his era. Most of them are gone. The only two of them that we can talk about is Obuobaji Adofo and Nana Amakye. So if God calls these two, who are we going to bang our hopes on the high life again? So what you did was good. What you did was good. The fact that pressure is coming from, get something to tell them. It's not about coming back to say that first thing looks funny. And when they called Robert Clark on Peace FM, when we called him, he was like, okay, when we have a set, definitely there will be rehearsals. And the team can also suggest something. Of course. That, okay, we want to add this to our art. If they think through it and it fits the set and it's good for the show, they will allow it to go. And clearly this thing wouldn't affect the show. It even became one of the highlights of that night, which was positive. The fact that other musicians are crying and other Kuami Eugene, fuck that crowd, it be what? And then the crowd will not write songs for Kuami Eugene. And the crowd will not say, "Oh, trying to make it, oh, trying highlight for it." It's Ghana. We should open our scope because this is, I don't get it.
Yeah, you want to say what the fuck say? Tell
So tomorrow, if I sit down, we are finding ways of promoting our artists, marketing things, so we can go into the room and conjure some things and it's okay. Ghana Music Awards USA. We will let one legend crown Kojo as highlight to motivate him. Then you'll be here crying. You do want to do something. The crowd is out there. Like a man, the kind. I do change. Look at like or see a tone. So and Nana hasn't done any good thing to us. Even this time, that high life has now been recognized by the Grammys. And we are going back like this. So Kuami Eugene will say that, oh, okay, I'll stop everything high life. Let me go and do my Afrobeat or my other vibes.
Kevin Boy is doing high life, but he's still calling it Afrobeat.
My other vibes, because this man has taken it back. He has taken his words back. So, hey, the good words he said, from my heart, in the name of God, you go far, you project. Hey, you have taken it back, Nana. Nana has taken it back, but he has spoiled everything. He has spoiled everything.
Well, let's listen to Chavo. Chavo, come through.
Well, I think from the video you can see that he was ambushed. Or he was somehow coerced to do something like that. The plan, they added something to the plan that he did not agree. I think that's why he wants to explain himself. But that's a bad judgment on his part. I mean, after doing it like that, in fact, at the point he decided to do it because even after taking the crown, he said, now he's serious. You can see that he wanted to
he wanted to say something like serious.
He said, he's serious. And then he called Kuami Eugene and did it at that time. So after doing it, just stand by it. I mean, nobody can do anything to you. That's the part that I think he got it wrong. After doing it, you have to stand by it. Just and if I have to blame anybody at all, then that's where Kwesi Abuaji will come in. Because after that, I think he was calling him for them to, I mean, think about how they will go about it.
But that Kwesi Abuaji was his manager.
Yes, and you were not picking his call, so he will not be happy. But I strongly believe that at that time he was calling him and says, "Akwesi, now we there anything." Then either we come out and say I was forced or whatever, or let's defend it.
Is he referring to 2019 or current recent?
I think he is referring to that time when it happened.
No, you have to. Maybe it will be the recent.
How he said it.
He said it in Abeku Santana's show. He said that when I was calling him, he was not picking my calls.
And I'm saying it could be the recent after
this issue, and then he was also calling. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if that's the case,
but for how long have they not been working?
Well, as far as I'm concerned,
it's been a while now. Yeah. Okay, maybe after the assassin, he was trying to call him, and okay, yeah. Let's take it like that. So my thing is, there's nothing wrong with what he did. For me, in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with it. And at this point, he should just defend it. Yes, even if you say it as it happened, like the way he's explaining, after that, say, but there's nothing wrong. Me, if I were him, that's what I would say. Well, at the point, they tricked me to do this. But I think, like thinking about it, I think there's nothing wrong anyway. The guy is doing well, and I want to motivate him to do more. So if I go ahead and do this for him, why not? And what is wrong with that anyway? What will be the effect of it if you are not the high life king, or you can't do songs anymore? Or after that, what wrong in my head? This is Kuami Eugene, and I said, yeah, but some people will not be happy. But the point is, if you stand on your grounds and say that yes, I did it, I stand by it, I don't see anything wrong with that. It ends there. They can say whatever they want to say, but because he wasn't part of that part of the plan, that's why he just wants to say that no, it's not me and all that. I think the same thing happened to KSM. Okay. But in KSM's case, he said, yes, I did it. You can do whatever you want to do. Yeah, some people insulted him anyway, but he still said that, yeah, king of comedy. It was on KSM show that he announced that DKB was on the show. And then he said, you've been doing well. I think you have, after we left, you've been in the space, you are doing so well. So I'll crown you as the king of comedy. That's all.
Comedians, who do we mention first?
That's all that he said. That from now you are king of comedy. Come and see insult.
They gave Kuami money for the crown.
They
yeah.
insulted.
Anytime there's an issue involving DKB, they will insult KSM in addition.
Because he crowned him.
Because he crowned him as the king of comedy. And the KSM, I remember we spoke about it, like we had a discussion, and he said, I did it on my show, and that's it. I'll not go back to anything and say whatever. I did it, and I think he's doing well. In fact, at the point, I thought he was the guy. So who again? And he did it.
And it's true.
So yes,
he was
and
the guy.
You know, in recent times, one of these Black American gospel musicians, he came to Ghana. He has also crowned MOG as best gospel musician in Ghana.
No, when he went to his church in the USA.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And he said one of the because of his encounter with him.
Yeah.
So you don't take this and cry.
And it's unofficial. Like the person is doing it in their own capacity. So why do you have to cry about it? Because there was, it wasn't like there were a competition that you have to file for us to crown somebody. That's where you may have issues. But if somebody in their own right, in their own capacity, says that this guy is the king of high life, and you don't get it, you to go and do same. I mean, and this is not only happening in Ghana or anything. Even in the case of Binima, dancehall king, even for them there's a competition. When you win, then they call you dancehall king. But still, there are other people who are calling themselves dancehall king in Jamaica. So it's just a matter of just saying things for yourself. If people agree, fine. If they disagree, they can also share their opinion. And we shouldn't be fighting over this or even bothered ourselves. Yes, you can say that Nana Amakye did it. He thinks that Kuami Eugene is the best, but you disagree. You think that you are the best or whatever, or you know the best person, or say whatever, and nothing will happen. But it's like as a Nana Amakye and Kuami Eugene committed crime, being see that I think it's getting out of hand, and
they are overstretching it.
Yeah, for sure. And I sympathize with Amakye. When you are not into something and they trick you to do it, it's very sad. Anytime you get opportunity, you want to
clear yourself.
You know, say they are going to clear one.
No, the more clear, the
more. So me, I will advise him that yes, at this point he should own it and tell people that yes, I did it. At the point I didn't agree, but if I look at it now, I think it's okay to do something like that, and nobody can do anything to you.
Well, so Kojo, who is the High Life King now?
To do what? Do we have a palace?
No, the palace is the Ghanaian music industry.
We don't have palace. Every rapper is the best. Is the best rapper. Every singer is the best singer.
But there's only one rap king in Ghana. Of course, you guys know. These are. Do you have to ask me?
He wasn't crowned by anybody. He crowned himself.
Yes. So who has crowned himself?
Amrado today has crowned himself. Amrado.
That what?
He thinks he's the best rapper now in Ghana now.
You see?
So I can say I'm the High Life
King. Don't try it.
Don't try. To motivate myself to do more. And you think, what? Bring your works. Let's work.
We have, at some point, all the rappers were adding something to their name.
Yeah.
So we had Rap Doctor. We have Rap Software.
Yeah.
We have Rap Comfort. Rap Heavyweight Champion. Rap whatever. So they were just picking the names for themselves. Oof. And even in the olden days, Nana Kuami Eugene at the point where him to for him.
Yeah.
And on one end him to for by consensus. And on the end him to for Nana.
But in this game, in today's marketing world, tell some of these things are to project ourselves. It's not about. It's not anything serious.
But don't sit on anybody to project.
So who
sit on who?
Kuami Eugene is sitting on them.
Who is on them?
Bisake Kojo King, Kumi Guitar, Akwaboa, Pakwesi, Dada have.
And the Kosi saying.
I don't know.
I'm on the Kosi saying.
Oh yeah.
They have been partying and say, don't see. The man we no and I'm on Monday and
who is the dancehall king?
Shatawale.
Okay. And who gave him that title?
He gave it to him.
Stonebwoy 2 says whoever says he's the dancer king, immortal.
Which is the number one TV
station? Ghana's #1 television station.
Maybe school you're great but you're the greatest schools. Yeah, the competition is so hard. You see you're the greatest school. Why you are here? But you see great. And you want to have been a how? You are also great. Buy a crown and wait.
Let's move on. So we are still monitoring. I know Kiki Banson is one guy who is very hard to talk. Let's see if Kiki will come out to also defend himself.
I mean, I would advise him not to come.
But he might. I know he has some good relationship with some people like Kwesi Abuaji Debs. Kwesi Abuaji can encourage him to come and talk. Kiki and Kwesi Abuaji, they are like this, but I don't know if they are still fine. But I know they are fine. So let's see if he will come back to also say something in return. But alongside, I think over the week, one thing also has happened. Like I said, we are wrapping up the week in grand style here on Showbiz Daily. Over the week, something also happened where some two young men who are calling themselves look-alike of some men of God, Obofor and Reverend Adumche Idua, they have been in the news. Reverend Adumche Idua actually sounded a caution to the young man in his church during his sermon. And the young man also came back replying that he won't stop. He will never stop. They even started attacking Lil Wayne and Co. Now, latest report is we've seen the guy kneeling and begging the man for forgiveness. And I'm here asking myself, why? Has something happened to him? Do we suspect that he might have tasted some pepper small. Reason he's now kneeling because the first day, Richie, I'm sure we have to see the video that he was saying he won't stop. We have to see that video. Yes, we have to see that video. Then we will all look at the quick U-turn, and this time he was not even sitting; he was kneeling. He was kneeling, and the good thing is that during the time he was kneeling, he took the other guy out. He took him out. He goes, I chop an encore. So, but let's see when he was being adamant after the man had told him that acquire me money last warning. I said, my man, papa, and mom last warning. Let's watch it. I'll be back.
Ana atade na mihye no. Eya manfo se na atade. Ana atade na mihye no. Eya manfo se na atade. Ana nkataso no mu se ne nkataso. Atade na mihye no. Enye onu ni de na mekofa yi o.
Stephen Adumchega, my man, a last warning. I am giving him last warning.
Enyane dia awoshe. There be na mekofa. Enyane dia dada wa chegu na mekofa there be. Eye jalabia. Okay. Jalabia ya mnofo ya omuhye. Doni wawu. Ana mekotoy. Ana mia mihye. Enkataso no so enye ne nkataso. Eye de ton market. Ana mia midi misika. Ekotoy.
Wan kwaje ona so.
There be. Man kwaji na obi aho. Mia na midi misika. Ekotoy. Enti anka onu nkwa na ese obi so a. Anka ye nton bi. Senko to nkasa.
And omuton eniema
yes so omuton sa eniema na me koto
say o government awo aboka akoto mini ejala bia sika eto akwam enu 30 series na wo de wo government awo aboka aton e compare yeni ejala bia obi ahye bi a yakoye buru ato ne kwan he me se me hwe nkofo bi na nsem bi omo keka on social media no ma they are worshiping human being. Stop it.
Ghana for Philadelphia for nyina media chopa kesiye esimu so amufama ye papa adom obofo panama mi se asem na okan no matina supam maje bibia efri neko ntade na misha eseni nyina no maja hye tini misire no se onfa chemi se bio maye boni bi etia no kora na onfa chemi na Yakupon so emfa chemi because meaning when mini onyamidi for ebe yiya no tinemu humi amabu nkutudi ya na papa eya disreje ani achopa kese na mdi tu anim srew fa chemi na de tosu biom so enkoma Kojo nkasa lewen se mi kasa e na man kasa yiya onfa chemi na omumfa me boni ncheme na omumfa me se omunua ketoa omuba se bio ubaja ni na gu sreso ayi twa ne mu ye pipa misre obi bia se omumfa me boni ncheme na free ne kodie santa de ni e ni
wow. Okay. Chamo,
yeah,
has something happened to him?
Not really, but obini nakasa. Yeah, and I mom suspect on back grab it me obofo. Me suspect so bit me.
No, I hear obofo and that man too.
They are not cool, but obofo position hu yi. Obofo no mbet me akasa he ko panicha maybe I be okay. Obofo can do that. But the end you mu ma ye beti. Ye beti de beba. Enyem won say no grab it me akasa onko yes hard. Yes, into no one suspect I'm the man, but obviously Obi na nakasa. And I do di can be nyina so no. Na Obi na nakasa.
So you mean the last advice is heavier than the first advice?
Yeah, for sure. Well, you foot to part from the beginning. From the beginning, a bit me for junior crown and 24. And as you say, senior, I be 24. So you can see the difference. And as we said the other time, I mean, it was wrong for for me the Reverend Father or the prophet, to come out publicly like that and threaten him. I mean, it's wrong to do that. Why am I saying it's wrong? you do that to put yourself and your name in a position that somebody can harm you on your behalf. And you don't want that, and they give you a bad name. You think that whatever he's doing may give you a bad name. You come out and threaten him publicly like this, and then Kojo Cancer will also add to the threat and say I'll take you to court. Then there's a metro man who can take him to court, and that person will beat him on your behalf. And you don't want it like that. Yes. Yeah. So you just call, you can, I mean, you could have invited him publicly, like Akwana or yes, I me person in the casa, or you can do it privately. No, when you call him one-on-one, then you tell him whatever you want to tell him. When you call him one-on-one, you can tell him whatever you want to tell him. But when you do it public like that, you are putting yourself into that position. Somebody can harm him on your behalf, because as they said, and we all know, some of these spiritual workers, they are people worship them. They are like celebrities that we have. The same way people worship them. People can do things that they have no idea, but in their names, it happens. So you have to be careful what you say. That's why sometimes we advise celebrities or popular people to talk in a certain way, because whatever you say, there are some people who will voluntarily do things on your behalf. They will do it without you telling them to do anything. So for that one, he was wrong. And then this guy also got a very bad advice to battle him or to whatever. Like, I don't know what came over him.
The first one that was somewhere.
It was, yeah. It was bad. Like, you don't have to come in that direction. In fact, even if you want to shame him in your vulnerability. At that time, like, papa no cry, man looking bad. Now what can be say, won't mean bibi. Now 7 hours back can cry, one more was look at cry, no be able because of him and all that. Into Australia, on country or more one is so many. Like, you could have turned it on him if that's what you want, or you beg him and stop doing it. But the way he came out, like as if you are going to fight him, and he has all the power. Spiritually or physically or monetary wise or
socially.
Baby, or the he's far ahead of you.
Financially, socially, physically, spiritually.
Wherever you put it. And you know, how are you going to fight him, or how are you coming out to fight him? So he got a very bad advice, and I think he's now doing the right thing. This is the right thing to do. Apologize and even promise not to do it again. So I think for now he's on the right track, and he should go like that instead of the other one. I know the uncle, but I think he has done well for apologizing.
Well, could you come through?
Yeah, one thing that people need to know is that famous people, they are also human beings. If I choose to address an issue, forget about the masses. It is me. I can decide to forget about what people will think and do what will make me happy. If someone is toying with your image and they will say, oh, you are a celebrity, so don't. Hey, my friend, people will go the way, because they were human beings before whatever film. And this look-alike thing that is happening and all of that, this is not the first time people have warned them. People have warned them to stop. And they are still doing it. You know, people should respect image. Image is not a joke. For somebody to build an image is not a joke. And why did you dye your beard white and your hair? You dyed it white and use the same garment that the man is using, so that you look. If you were walking like this, who would say you are Adum Chidia? But you know this man comes with a certain look.
Image, yeah.
So you copy the image, and you are messing with the image. Somebody's hard and image, and you think he shouldn't come out. He should just look at you. Do you have your internet and you are misbehaving over there? So he will meet you on your internet. You think you have influence. So he also send you a message right there. No need to invite you anywhere. You don't even deserve it. And funny enough, all these guys, they are doing this thing for money. What is at the back of their mind is that they can make money from this. And so somebody's image that he's also feeding from, he has built it legally, legitimately, and they are earning from it. You want to cut corners, backdoor, easy way, and then Ghana numbers on social media before I realize brand influencer, before I realize a movie actor, before I realize, hey, Mensomi Yobi.
Industry player. Gatekeeper.
Key stakeholder.
he's lucky that he has come to.
But do you think this begging, apart from Chemo, is thinking it is because of advice? Do you see beyond that, like something might have happened to him?
Oh, he should go on. He should have continued. You will see.
You see what?
You will see Pepe. Yeah, because if you don't believe in the name, the man believes in himself. He knows what he can do. So I'm giving you last warning. Last warning. You go ahead. If you think you are big and you have power, you have social. Look at how he was standing there. Humble. Nothing. Then the other guy, the above four guy. Nothing. They don't have nothing. And you want to use this way. You wish to also become somebody in future. You wish also to be successful. And if you are doing something that will affect a successful person, and the person opens their mouth and say, no, we don't like it, quit. Else it will become a curse on you. When Medical came out and said, I don't like people in, so I don't understand Ghanaians at sometimes. The fact that there's look-alike in USA doesn't mean it is right. And that thing is also another level of a sick mentality. Okay, there are look-alikes everywhere. Yeah, so why is it that we are doing it here? What shows that because it is there, it is right. And the people, they like it. So everything that society brings, we have so many bad things that society has brought to us, and it's wrong. And it doesn't mean the fact that it is happening, it has been warranted. Somebody can stand someday and say, I don't like this. And yes, the video called his lookalikes on stage. It is not a standard. It doesn't mean if Medical says, I don't like it, then he is like a colloquial person, or he doesn't understand what things. This is an individual choice. So thank his heavens, whoever advised him to come back and apologize. It is the best thing he has done. And it will do him a lot of favor. At least the little fame or whatever attention that he has garnered, he can channel it into something else.
Unfortunately, now nobody will even recognize him if he passes. Yes, I am. Because what was making us recognize him was the look alike. You see, and I am black and
at least. But he can still do something because the image. You see,
I don't recognizing him.
Obey dressing like that, not the image.
There be owner dresses are so you know.
There. I know nobody can. The lifestyle is like he was living like him. It's different from acting like him in a professional way.
Same thing.
And the same thing.
And you see,
you can act like somebody.
This is about image. You have sent a certain image there, and it has been accepted. Now, whenever we see you, the man's image will drop, and that is the worst part of it. That's why we shouldn't toy with people's image, especially when we are not going to do something that will be in their interest. If you say you are Sammy Flex and you are on TV and doing things, Sammy Flex will be proud. But if you are Sammy Flex and we see you at the corner doing certain things that are not necessary, nobody will be happy with you. You are not seen preaching or doing evangelism. You are not doing that.
My advice is
you are seen chasing women, young girls in your skates.
Meanwhile, you say you're a pastor.
You are a pastor. If you dress like Adum Chiedua and we see you sharing the word of God, in content. Maybe if it's
doing
acting
some
form,
philanthropy job.
exactly, even in an acting form, we see you preaching, and we see that the message is good. The guy has an influence. The man can even call you closer.
Of course.
But if you are using it in a way that the man wouldn't be proud of it, and he comes out and say, "Go and do it," you will see.
Spiritual workers and I'm per one.
That will see a man one.
Oh, take over lion bomb. Yeah, bro. Do you think he has tested something?
Me now that the guy's business has collapsed, I want to find ways and means that he can chop moving forward.
Who, the guy?
The guy. Because now the business, they've closed the shop. You know, even if somebody has not paid him a visit physically, I'm sure maybe, like, I am very, very positive, like the kind of cause that has gone on him. Like, you be busy.
Papa no. They worship him.
You will be busy. See, I have one of his members in our area.
They worship him like.
Oh, then good. Your guy has tasted something, Jamo. He's tasted something.
See, I have one of his members.
Oh no, if you guys are saying anything,
I have one of his members in our area. See,
because I didn't know the kasana is here.
The woman's cap or the man's picture is on that cap.
Your man has tasted something.
See, the kind of words, the man's last warning was a last warning. No, he wouldn't come to say anything again.
Hey, Charlie, no, that thing there when I saw it.
You got nerves.
And your telephone.
One of the
that video there. That video there.
He was the
who
first
gave?
person
No, you see, sometimes people don't look at their situation.
But the man
to
he
make
has influence
to make certain
not
decisions.
to
People,
joke, yeah.
no, you see, people don't look at their situation to make certain decisions. So, you see, when the medical, the look-alike, the Can Promise group and the medical group, I'm talking about the look-alike guys. When medical came to warn them, they came to do like to rebut. They came to challenge, and so far as it stands, nothing has really happened to them. In fact, they are even seen going to places, playing shows and all that, still enjoying what they are enjoying. So somebody with him, I'm sure he can say, "Oh, say I maybe morning." They would definitely would want to go to that tangent, but for Keaton said, on only situation, any those guys' situation are different. In fact, the people that they are dealing with, these are two different people from different worlds who have different understanding to whatever you are doing. So you would think you have your social media thing, you are just misbehaving, doing whatever you have to do. Forget it. Forget it. Me say, even in the house that he lives, I am sure the warning that will go on, even from his neighbors, he can't even sleep.
Before you know, cry, be crying if you read to me.
He will not sleep. No, he will not sleep.
Apology.
And you see, for the man to have come out openly to say this, you see, we saw videos of him going about trying to pray for people, taking money from people, greeting people. You see all those people, they will stop. Because some people were doing that because the man had not said anything. So subconsciously they thought, oh, the man was in favor or doesn't have any problem with what you are doing. Perhaps some would even mistake that, oh, you even go to the man's church or something. Some would do that. So all those people will cease, like it will be an abrupt seizure. Boom, you die. And as for that one day, coupled with the words that will come on you, oh, me, I don't want to even believe somebody has even gone like to threaten him physically. No, anybody knew why. But even the commentaries around him, the crown. That's I mean, you see, it will enter into your bones. It will enter into your marrow. Because somebody can just come in and will just, the person will not warn you, but will give a supposed testimony. From the church, paint a small picture. Like they will, it is not a warning. Like it is not warning.
Hey, turn up, Adoko.
Today is the today is the day. Today is the 14th day.
Some guy was painting some small.
It go on fire today. Go to Paris.
Like they will give you
Tender.
they will not warn you. They will give you. They will paint some small picture, just like a testimony. They will present it like a testimony. But when you think about what they've told you, you now your spirit. So me, I am now that he has done this, I am just hoping for him to even go to the church now will be difficult. For him to go to the man's church.
Oh, now he's apologized. So.
No, it is early days yet. He should.
No, as he's apologized.
No, he's apologized, but you see, he should not attempt now, because you see, you can apologize, but where the tempest has gone to, you don't determine when it should come down.
But are they saying he should come to the church?
No, I'm not saying. No, but just like he was being advised to come and rebut and come and rebel, same way some people can say, oh, wapa choide, ubetimi mpo ahwehwe na kwade na ase asakọpa na cho. I will tell you. Yes, he shouldn't even try, because even the junior pastors in the crowd might not even sanction it. So he should just let time like pass. Let time be on this. He should just focus on what.
He should go back to his masonry.
Yes,
that's
go and do. Yes,
I know what you be crying. Anyone are going to do man. Papa is off.
So he should just say. But that's something we are done.
Yeah, we are done.
So my artist Jordan has a new song out, which is Nyoni. So you go.
Yeah, I listen to the song
you
today.
go on YouTube or the distro or the streaming platform. You type JOHDENY and you type Nyone NIONE. So you listen to it. It is an inspirational song, and you listen to it. You feel.
So I have a question on the song.
Okay.
He was singing in Swahili.
Swahili. Yeah.
And you guys once again wrote the lyrics on the screen in Swahili.
In Swahili.
How about those who don't understand the language he was singing in, then use the same language as the subtitle? Why
there's an official video coming out very soon. I think by next week it will be out, which has an English subtitling. So that is the agenda. So the audio in that sense with the lyrics video is for his people. That is people who understand the Swahili language, and the official video will serve both purposes. So the people who understand the Swahili language, as well as people who can also understand English. So that's how we are doing it. But all the same, it's a good song and people should check it.
Hey,
all right.
Last night, I check on the Ghana Music Awards USA. Hey, some people are voting for me.
Really?
You know, I was third.
King of highlight.
In the votes. Emerging Act of the Year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's ending tomorrow.
But when is the awards?
Next month. 20.
But why are you not applying to go?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, because you can apply to go since you are nominee.
Oh, yeah. So we will talk about it after the show. So anybody who wants to vote for me as Emerging Act of the Year for Ghana Music Awards USA.
But you were surprised. Why don't
don't worry. It's not about
our time is up.
This is voting.
Kojo, let's go.
Yeah, so the short code is *714*6 hash.
Philadelphia *714*6
and my nominee code is 189.
Okay.
189. And people who want to vote online is www.us.votinghub.com. So you can also vote online, and let's see what happens.
Well, God bless you guys for being a part of us throughout the week. We are so grateful for your time spent with us. We can't be who we are without you. God bless you. God bless Team Dede Solomon for his time, Kojo King for his time, Roland Amate as well, and to Digital Rasta Currency, who is on camera, Richie Flex, editor, director of the show. Over the weekend, you'll be coming your way. Sunday, the Sammy Flex Connect will still be coming your way. On top of the agenda, we'll be discussing the Grammy mention of Africa in their new categories. That will be on top of the agenda. So all the opinion leaders, we are inviting you guys to be part of the Sunday
Connect. Nigerian brothers, come and tell us who will be.
Well, they'll come. Now they say I'm part of the Nigerian music industry. So let's do it on Sunday, 7 p.m. My name is Sammy Flex. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. We meet on Monday. We're out of here.